But let's talk about the playoffs. And there is a playoff picture right now. So the 49ers right now, and again, I mean, it's crazy because just a couple weeks ago, we knew that there was a scenario to making the playoffs still, or at least getting in position to be able to go to the playoffs. And it was looking a little bit like, damn, like it's getting ugly. 49ers, they had lost 4 straight. Then they beat the Bears, and it's like, also, okay, here we go. And then you get demolished by a Cardinals team without Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, excuse me, JJ Watt. And you're like, maybe we're just not good. Maybe we're just not good. But then you go and you destroy the Rams on primetime television. Everybody sees it. And it's like, okay, you got them throwbacks on too. Then you go and you beat the Jaguars. Now the mood starts changing. The vibes start changing. You know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, starting to get a little more balance. I come on here yesterday and I'm extremely happy about things and where the 49ers are headed. And I look and I'm like, you know what? Playoffs, it's legitimately right there in reach. So you look at the standings right now, and again, we want to stay, one game at a time. One game at a time. Like if I were Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, or whatever, and I'm talking to the team, one game at a time. Don't worry about the last game. Don't worry about the game 2 weeks away. Worry about this team. Worry about the Vikings. But as people that cover the 49ers, as fans of the 49ers, we could talk about what's to come. And I see my guy Sean Bullard right there. 7 games left. The team needs to win 5 out of 7. And I agree, it's going to be something along those lines. All right, so let's look at where the 49ers land right now. Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0 is out. And again, Manscaped right now, they got a Black Friday sale. And it's website-wide 25% off, right? You guys can get that right now. So even if you do get that 25% off all your Manscaped things, promo code Crocky so they know who sent you. All right. So make sure you guys do that. It's a limited option, limited time right now. Limited time right now offer on Manscaped, manscaped.com. They got 25% off everything. They got this whole sale going on this week. It's Black Friday. Go get you guys some. Take care of yourself. Take care of you, I'm saying, from your nose hairs to everything in between to your toes, whatever it is. Manscaped has you covered. 25% off right now. Don't forget to use promo code Crocky. And if you don't get it after this sale, still promo code Crocky and you'll get 20% off. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that. That manscaped.com, promo code Crocky. It sounds crazy, but it's still early in the season. The 49ers are 3 games out of first place in the NFC. Actually, it's 3.5 because they lost twice to Arizona. All right. But the 49ers, 3.5 games out of the first spot, right? That's not too crazy. 2 games out of the second spot. Now, with the 49ers, the number 1 seed right now is Arizona. So if you're not the first seed, then you automatically are going to be around the 5th seed, which the 49ers are actually 2 games behind the Rams right now. All right, so let's talk about it. Right now, 49ers are 2 games behind the LA Rams. And it's not even 2 games. It's really a game and a half because the 49ers beat the Rams. And they play the Rams again week 18, I believe it is. Rams are on a 2-game losing streak right now. Rams, who I still think are a legitimate Super Bowl contender, but maybe they're not. We'll find out. Matter of fact, here's a key note about the LA Rams that I talked about on Line Sports. You guys know I do some work for Line Sports. And I talked about if the Rams are Super Bowl contenders or not. They only have 1 win against a team that's above 500. 1 win against an above 500 team. Now, I know you guys are probably like, well, the 49ers only 1 game, over. Yeah, but whatever. The Rams only 1 game above 500. So, again, there's still some like, oh, are they good? Are they great? In theory, yeah, they made a lot of moves and they've done a lot of really good things with getting, Jalen Ramsey, adding different guys, Von Miller's, Stafford, and they look loaded. But all right, how good are they? We still got to find that out, right? But 49ers only a game and a half behind the LA Rams. So let's look at the rest of this. Right now, the 49ers are tied with Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, and then you got the 49ers at 5-5. That's for the 6th, 7th, and then the 49ers at 8th spot. Remember, 17 make playoffs now. So right now, 49ers are right at the cutoff. They are the next team in the hunt. And ahead of them, two teams that have the same exact record as them. And the crazy thing is, one of those two teams has lost 3 straight games. That's New Orleans Saints, and they got Trevor Siemian, their quarterback, and he is not that guy. We could see the New Orleans Saints potentially lose another game or two. Let's look at the Saints schedule real quick. And what do they have coming up? Because right now the 49ers have one of the easiest schedules coming up. All right. But the Saints, they just lost to Philadelphia. They got the Cowboys coming up. They got the Jets, whatever. They got Tampa. They got Carolina's right there. Miami. It's not a super difficult schedule, but if Trevor Siemian is just not good, then it'll be a lot difficult. It'll be pretty difficult for them to continuously win games. You got the Minnesota Vikings. And the big thing with, the Vikings being ahead of the 49ers, you control your own destiny. 49ers are playing at home. Levi Stadium. Let's go. Playing at home against the Vikings. And you know what this reminds me of, man? This reminds me of, and I know people hate talking about 2019, but this reminds me of 2019. You know the crazy thing about 2019 season, as well as the 49ers played, there were a lot of people that were taking the Vikings over the 49ers in that game. A lot of people. Someone said, playing at home. Hey, man, we just beat the Rams at home. So I think we got our swagger back. Ooh. All right, I think we got our swagger back. But 2019 divisional round playoffs, there were a lot of people, that were taking the Vikings over the 49ers in that game. A lot of people. And it was like they were hyping the Vikings up to just be this juggernaut of a team. And the 49ers went in there and destroyed them. And again, right now, similar situations. I think their situations are kind of mirroring. Right now, you do have Kirk Cousins. He's playing some good football. Cousins is playing good. 21 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. It's crazy. He out there balling. But you got the Vikings, and everybody, again, is like, they're the hot stuff. And this reminds me of 2013. 2019, they're the hot stuff. Somehow. Okay, great win against the Packers. 49ers almost beat the Packers. If it wasn't for Diamador Lenore having a mental meltdown, you know what I'm saying? Like, both teams were in position to beat the Packers. They did. 49ers didn't, but 49ers had a chance. They were up with 37 seconds left, no timeouts. 49ers are right there. They're not far off. But the way that they talk about the Vikings is that they're just better than the 49ers. And I don't think so. I don't think the Vikings are just flat out better than the 49ers. And when I look at this game, we're going to get more into it as this week goes on, Friday episode. But the Vikings, they're solid. But right now, they're marrying the 49ers just like they were in 2019. But everybody talks about them like they're just so much better. Maybe it's because of the splashy plays by, Jefferson. I think people look at, Justin Jefferson, like, he's this, he's that. We got Deebo Samuel, who wins anyway. You can't even take away Deebo. How do you stop Deebo Samuel? How do you stop him? He can go for 200 receiving yards. He can run for 100 yards. We just saw it. You get the ball in hand. You can't. How do you stop him? You got George Kittle. You got Brandon Ayuk coming on? He's coming into his role right now. So again, I got my guy Trice. He says their offense is more dynamic. How is it more dynamic than what you're getting from the 49ers right now, who can beat you any type of way, whether it's running the ball or if it's, okay, let me hit George Kittle. Deebo Samuel, let me hand the ball off to Deebo. Let me throw the ball. Okay, let me hit. If you want to say more dynamic because they can hit a bigger play down the field, then I agree. Okay, they can throw the ball down the field better. But the 49ers offense has been very efficient. They're running the rock. They can throw it to, you got Kittle back healthy. You got Deebo doing whatever he wants to do. You got Ayuk coming on. This is not, the 49ers are in a terrific position right now. And all the 49ers have to do is each week just get a little bit better. Get a little bit better.